Hello, friends. My name is Sharei Green, and I use pronouns like she, her, and hers. I am from Chicago, Illinois, where I'm a member of Bethel Lutheran Church and an MDiv student at the Lutheran School of Theology at Chicago. In 2015, I participated in the first round of Peace Not Walls trips for young adults. Peace Not Walls is a campaign of the ELCA that, through accompaniment, advocacy, and awareness raising, connects ELCA members to our companions and promotes dignity, full respect for human rights, healing, and reconciliation for the conflict in the Middle East. My pilgrimage to the Holy Land was more than I could have ever expected. I was mesmerized by the overall hospitality of the Palestinian people. We were invited for tea or coffee, a meal, even a wedding in the homes and shops of strangers. Like, they stopped everything they were doing to greet us and to share their stories. I was so inspired by the people we met and the stories that they were willing to share. The depth of the vulnerability that they could tap into was astonishing. And it was an honor to hear the strength and courage behind the powerful witness of our Palestinian siblings. One conversation we were invited into stood out to me, that of Rami and Aisha. They both are members of Parent Circle Families Forum, a grassroots organization of Palestinian and Israeli families who have lost immediate family members due to the conflict. Rami lost his daughter and Aisha, her brother. Right in front of me, instead of letting their hurt turn into hatred and fear, I watched as they used their mutual pain as the basis for something much more resplendent. Love of one's neighbor, healing, friendship, and the pursuit of peace. John 1:14 and 16 says, "And the Word became flesh and lived among us, and we have seen his glory, the glory as of a Father's only Son, full of grace and truth. For his fullness we have all received, grace upon grace." Advent is the time when we remember that the divine Jesus came to live with us in the mess of our humanity, to be in relationship with us right where we are, to be Emmanuel, God with us. And like Jesus, we are called into relationship with one another. I think of this summer after George Floyd was murdered and protests broke out throughout the country. Several of my well-meaning white siblings reached out to see how I was doing. And honestly, I was annoyed. It didn't feel like they really cared how I was. They didn't reach out when the pandemic broke out. We hadn't talked in several months. There was no investment in relationship. What it ended up feeling like is that they just wanted to assuage their guilt. But one was different. Tia, my longtime friend, we had done the work together. We'd had the hard conversations. I know about not only her public witness, but the conversations she has at her dinner table. She'd held my pain before. Letting her know that I was not okay was the release that I needed, because we could mourn together in a way that can only happen in the context of relationship. Rosella Ide White, in her book, Big Love, The Power of Revolutionary Relationships to Heal the World, says, "To love big is to recognize the inherent worth of everyone and to realize that the most important work to be done is the work of relationship. This leads to a fundamental shift in worldview so that all experience liberation today, here, and now." I pray that we as church really embrace the power of relationships, that we show love by being vulnerable enough to have hard conversations, share stories, and listen deeply, not just in public, but at our dinner tables. I pray we listen with love to the voices of our Palestinian siblings across the world and to the voices of our neighbors across the street. And I pray that hopefully we all find healing and wholeness along the way.